Welcome back to another video. So I'm doing a hard gel set today. You all know I've been really enjoying using hard gels and builder gels recently, so yeah, this is another hard gel set. So these are the tips I'm using. I used these in the last set I did using builder gel, and they were quite rounded on the end. I wasn't too sure if I liked them or not, so I've filed the end this time to turn them into more of a coffin. So I'm going to get them glued on to the tips of these false nails that I've put in. So now when the nails are glued on, I just file down the edges, make sure there's nothing hanging over, and where the tip's been glued on, I just blend that into the natural nail as well. And I also file off and scratch up the shiny surface of the nail tip. So this is the hard gel that I'm using from Venalisa. It's number 07 and it's elegant pink. This stays where you put it, it does not move. It's a really hard consistency. So with this, I start out, with all builder gels really, I've been doing this. I start out with a slip layer. Just completely cover the nail in a really thin coat like you would do with a base coat. Get it right into all them scratches that you've done with the file. And that just helps this second layer that I put on. It just helps it glide over the nail a bit better, and yeah. So this is the second layer that I'm doing. I'm not too worried about shape or strength just yet, because I'll do that with the clear at the end when I cap it. I'll do a bit of an apex with the clear. But I did want this colour to be quite opaque because I didn't want to use gel polish in this design. So I'm just doing a thin layer to start with. I'm going to cure that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then the second layer that I do will be a thicker layer. So I kind of just float it down the nail. I just swipe it side to side, and kind of pulling it as you go as well. I'm going to do exactly the same as this nail on the ring finger as well. So I'll let you watch this and then I will be back. Right, so that's both of those middle nails done now. What I want to do on this pointer finger and the pinky, I want to do a kind of an extended nail bed, but I wanted to try and do it in a point. So rather than it being rounded at the end, I wanted it to be like a V-shape pointed nail bed. So again, just like I did on the other nail, I'm doing a very thin layer. And I'm just mapping out with this layer where I want that pointed nail bed to be. Just play around with it and yeah, just get that first thin layer exactly where you want it to be. And then you can go in with your thicker layers and build it up. I think I do 2, maybe 3 layers. I did stick to thin layers with this pointed nail bed because it was quite difficult. But that's fine, you can just build it up doing thin layers. Or if you're confident enough, you can do it in a thick layer. But yeah, I stuck to thin layers on these 2 nail bed fingers. And once I'm happy with those, they'll get cured in a lamp for 60 seconds as well. Right, so that's my nail beds done. They all look a bit lumpy bumpy, but this hard gel, it just stays where it is, so it's fine. So I am using my e-file because I'm trying to get better at using it, because it kills, I've got a bad left arm and it kills me filing these bulky nails down. So I'm using my e-file just to file off a load of the bulk, and then I will use my hand file to tidy the nails up and get the shape exactly how I want them. So yeah, I'm just using the e-file to file down most of the bulk. Right, so that's them all being filed and finished off with my hand file. Nice and neat and crisp. So I'm using this Umic, it's number 273. It's kind of a red glittery one, it's quite sheer. It's got tiny bits of silver in it as well. You won't really see this is just going to be a backdrop for the glitter that I'm putting on. I didn't want the nail to be see-through under the glitter. So yeah, this is just a backdrop for the glitter that I'm going to be putting on in a minute. Getting it right up in them corners, right up against the side of that nail bed. And I'm going to do the same on the pinky, and I'm going to cure that as well for 30 seconds. So I've pulled out quite a few glitters. These two chameleon ones, this purple kind of shifts to an auburn, and then there's this golden kind of autumn colours, aren't they? And then there's these two that are exactly the same, but they're like small little dots, and they've got tiny little pinholes in them that give them that kind of texture. They're really, really cool. So I'm putting a base coat on the end of these nails, and I'm just going to put a mixture of all four glitters onto the end of this, and I'm going to do the same on the pinky as well. I'm putting them all the glitters into that wet base coat, and once I'm happy with where all the glitter is, they'll get cured in the lamp for 30 seconds as well. So that's all my glitter cured in place now. I'm using this IBD clear gel to encapsulate these nails. So I'm going to start with the free edge and get all that glitter encapsulated, and then I'll go on to the nail bed and just build a little bit of an apex. These nails that I've got the nail bed on, the nail bed kind of creates that apex for you. So they only needed a thin layer. And what I do, turning it upside down there, gravity just helps pull that clear builder gel back into the middle and stops it from flooding over the edges of your nail. So when I feel like it's flooding over the sides, I just turn the nail upside down, bring it back into the middle, and then get it straight in the lamp for 60 seconds. So these two middle nails, they haven't got much of an apex on them. So I'm just going to go in with a thin layer with the clear to start with. And then the second layer, I'm going to do them a bit thicker around the apex area just to give them a bit of strength and structure, and they'll get cured in the lamp for 60 seconds as well. So that's them all encapsulated. Now make sure you get that tacky layer off before you go in with your file. And again, I'm just going to use my e-file to get a lot of the bulk down, get it the best, as close to the shape I want as possible. And then I'll use my hand file to tidy up that last bit. Right, that's all my filing and shaping done. I'm going to use this. This is an Aurora powder I got off AliExpress, and this one's got a kind of... It kind of matches the chameleon glitters, if you will. It's got that kind of shift to it. So for all chrome powders, you need to give your nail a no wipe top coat. I only want it on this one middle nail. So I'm going to give it a coat of this top coat, and I'm just going to slightly under-cure it. Instead of curing it for 30 seconds, I'm going to cure it for about 20 seconds. And now that's out the lamp, I'm just using an eyeshadow applicator, and I'm just going to rub it into that nail whilst it's still a bit warm and fresh out the lamp. I feel like it rubs in a lot better. So just rub it in, rub-a-dub-dub. Can you see it's got that kind of colour shift, like a... I don't know, I can't explain it, but you know what I mean. You can see it, it's like a purpley, reddy, autumn colour. Right, so I'm going to get these nails finished off now. I'm going to put some rhinestone glue on the ring finger. We're going to get some rhinestones put on that, get them top coated, and that'll be the set finished. Right guys, that is this set finished. I think it's got a bit of an autumn feel to it, hasn't it? I'm trying to do autumn sets without them being too autumny. Oh, look at that glitter. Them textures, that little glitter with the dots. It's got little pinpricks on it. I love that texture and the colours, that's stunning. I do like that. Anyway guys, that is it for today. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit your notification bell as well so you don't miss any of my uploads. And hopefully I'll see you all in my next one. Take care, bye.